All right, good morning everyone. Here we are, heading into the San Diego County area. Our windshield is really dirty right now. A little bit high elevation with terrain over here on our sides, about 4,700 feet. We are officially, 4 miles from the border right now? So here's the runway, and that black line's the border, and that's Mexico, and this is the United States. So we're going to land there and see what we can find. Hey everyone, I'm your host John, and we have a very special treat for you. We're going down to Jacumba Airport down in San Diego, and we're going to be there right now, landing any second. You can tell out here it's a little mountainous border town community. Lots of nothing out here, but always interested to see what else is up here. So we'll check it out and let you know. Airport in sight?
Airport in sight.
All right, we're going to be coming in on a 45-degree angle.
Right, and I'm going to be turning on some final in just a second here.
All right, make sure we don't fly into Mexico here.
I know, that's the...
All right, guys, this is actually the U.S.-Mexico border. So that house right there is actually going to be in Mexico. And this line right there is in the U.S. Mexico, U.S. We're pulling into the airport right now. It's always amazing to see these little airports that are just in the middle of nowhere. And honestly, I don't know who really flies here. There's no aircraft based out of this airport. But we're going to take a landing right here and see what we can see. See if we can meet anybody that will tell us an interesting story, maybe some history here. Alright, nice landing, really smooth. And really cold over here right now. It's about 40 degrees, maybe 45. And I clearly did not bring a jacket, but...
And Louis, wait.
Alright.
Hey, check out that trailer that's in the shape of a...
Well, would you look at that, yeah,
It
huh?
has a tail on it.
Oh yeah, it's for a little like foldable plane. Somebody to pack up and go.
Oh, it's for the glider.
Oh yeah, look at that, there's a little glider next to it. Little glider airplane.
The glider.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Alright, let's take a peek, see what we can find.
Yeah, this was a good landing. It was really good. Alright, let's tie our plane down so it doesn't go just the wind. Alright, so we're here at the U.S.-Mexico border in Jacumba. And really interesting thing you can see right here is the way that this fence is set up. We're not even sure if you can like unlock it and lift it up or something like that, but looking over onto the Mexico side, it looks like we have a cow over there who's he was interested in us. Now he's walking away, so not very interesting. But it is very cold out here this morning, so it wasn't a good idea we didn't bring a jacket. But we can see that this fence is actually pretty tall. It's got barbed wire, so it keeps people out and it keeps us in. And then as you look along that way, you can clearly see that once the fence kind of goes up the hill, it just kind of ends. I wonder what the story behind that is. It just ends right there as it goes up the hill. Anyways, we'll walk over here and see what else we could find. At least you have this warning sign that says, danger, airplane runway, cross at the end of the runway. Cruce al final de la pista. So you get a little bit of a warning before you cross, and then you get killed by a flying plane like that. We are walking around pointlessly San Diego
With the border to our left.
with the border to our left, getting our morning walk on. True. Christmas lights are up.
We made it to the wagon wheel.
Restaurant now serving breakfast lobby.
Doesn't say gringo.
The Jacumba Spa and restaurant here, and they have a bar. We're gonna check it out, and we're gonna talk to some people here. Come on in, Louis. All right. Good morning here, the Flying Journalism. We are live at, what do you call this place here? What is the name? Let's check it out. So what do you call this place here? What's the name?
This is the HUH-COOMBA Spa Resort.
So, oh, HUH-COOMBA. See, we were wrong. We said Jacumba. So,
A lot of folks, they pronounce it Jacumba. Yeah, some folks would pronounce it Jacumba. Some just call it HUH-COOMBA. From what I've heard, it's actually pronounced HUH-COOMBA.
you are the bartender. What else do you do? What else don't you do here?
No, I'm the night watchman of this place. I stay here all throughout the night. I sweep, mop, clean around, make sure nobody breaks into the place, and basically watch over the property, help the customers and the guests when they're late at night.
Oh, okay.
If they need extra sheets, ice.
You're the man of all trades here, huh? And
If it's a rough translation, it's supposed to mean hut by the water. The area was settled by the Kumeyaay thousands of years ago, maybe hundreds of years ago, and then the settlers started moving west. And we actually have a timeline right over there in the lobby. It shows when the valley was formed, as well as the major events from when the Kumeyaay came to when the settlers started coming through, from when Old 80 was put through, and then eventually bypassed by the interstate.
so there's obviously a lot of history here and stuff like that.
So he led a raiding party, found them eating meat, assumed that it was his cattle, and led a raid on their village. It was a very dark mark on HUH-COOMBA's history.
Wow. This place got started when? When did this place come around, and when was it built?
I believe it was actually started in the mid to early 1800s, where the settlers had started moving this place. They had general stores, hotels. They had the railroad that came in first, I believe, before the highway came in. That's how they got a lot of the freight and a lot of the supplies in. And after the highway was put in, I believe the train station would have been used mostly for bringing in tourism. In the early 1900s, around I believe the 1910s and 20s, we had celebrities that would come over here all the time. Clark Gable and all of them, they would actually stay over here in HUH-COOMBA for the wintertime because we had an naturally occurring hot springs.
So that is really interesting. So this is another one of these little celebrity getaway kind of places.
And then, of course, Hollywood came to HUH-COOMBA in the 1920s. That's also one of the reasons why some of the celebrities stayed here, is because they were also shooting movies. We got the listing right down here, such as Beggars of Life. And then in '67 we have the I-8 that passes the town. And then in '83 we had an arson fire that destroyed much of the town, including the hotel and the mineral spa that housed and lodged the celebrities. The hotel itself was about 4 stories high, and now all it is left is a fireplace and a bit of an outline of the foundation.
Oh.
And it's actually said that some of the celebrities loved HUH-COOMBA so much that even after they passed away, they still haunted around the old fireplace to this day. Every year on Christmas Eve, you might hear their spirits.
Frankly, my dear, I don't
And
give
so
a
you
damn.
live in this town in HUH-COOMBA?
Yeah, a few blocks over. I live a few blocks over. Basically, half the employees here live either here in HUH-COOMBA or in the next town over Boulevard.
Oh. And so how is it being so close to the border? Is there anything that affects you guys here, or slows things down, or speeds things up, or?
Not really. See, back in the day, there used to be a lot of folks who would come up north from HUH-COOMBA, and folks could be able to go from here down into HUH-COOMBA. They could be able to go back and forth, work, trade stuff at the fence. I remember hearing a story back when I was a kid that there used to just be chain link over there. That's it, a small, simple chain link fence. And that the story goes that the folks from HUH-COOMBA would meet up with the folks from HUH-COOMBA, and they would use the chain link fence like a volleyball net.
Oh, wow.
They would actually play volleyball. over the border fence.
Wow. And see, there's all these little stories of stuff. Most people just walk by and they, we flew in and we just go, well, look, there's this big 16-foot fence. But I mean, I don't know if we'd be any good at playing volleyball with that big fence right there. But nonetheless, I mean, there's always such cool history.
You could be able to take a trip if you got a vehicle with you other than your plane. You could be able to go out to the Desert View Tower. It's about a 30-minute drive east of here. And it's a 5-story high tower built in the early 1900s by a fellow who wanted to make a testament to the settlers and moved west. Right next to that is the Boulder Forest, which was actually a group of rock formations that had pathways and caves carved through them. The guy was using a hand chisel and a hammer. That's it. No power tools of any kind. Now, in each level of the tower, there are different artifacts from from the various past days. So that right there is an interesting spot to visit. And then if you head to the west in Boulevard, we have the Candy Cottage. Opens at 10 a.m. It's been open since 1921.
Oh, wow.
Open and operating. Has not closed down once.
Very cool.
They have various little treats that they actually make in the store itself.
Oh, my gosh.
And they'll ship it out all across the United States.
Did you grow up here, first of all? Did you?
On and off for a good chunk of my life. My sister's the general manager. She's actually lived up here longer than I have. But I've lived up here a few times.
What's the things that keep you here? What do you like about it?
One of the things I like about HUH-COOMBA is the fact that it's quiet, it's peaceful. I mean, the most I'll hear at night when I'm working is coyotes howling in the night. That's it.
Yeah. All right. So Eric's gonna give us a show of what you guys got here. What is this drink right here? This looks pretty interesting.
So this is called the Irish Trash Can. It is a drink that is made up of about 7 different liquors. They got vodka, gin, rum, tequila, triple sec, peach schnapps, blue curacao. I hit it with a splash of sweet and sour for a little bit of extra flavor, and then you top it off with a can of Red Bull. As the can seeps down into the drink, mixes with the blue curacao, turns green, and the can hanging out, hence the name Irish Trash Can.
Oh my gosh. That definitely looks like a trash can of some sort, but it looks really good. And who's this one for? Is this for another guy? Or?
No, this is mine. I'm off the clock. It's my shift drink.
That's the way to do it. And what kind of other special alcohols or liquors do you guys have here? Give me a little.
We do have one. Let me see if I get the picture on. No, this one's not it. We have a specialty drink. You can actually see it listed right over there. It's called the Slider Bloody Mary. It's basically a Bloody Mary in a glass like this one right here, but instead of just being a normal Bloody Mary, we also garnish it with a slider.
Really?
That's why we also list it for hangovers.
All right. Well, thank you, Eric. That's about all the time we have, but we really appreciate it. Just such a fantastic little gem.
An amazing place.
Hidden in this little community here. So I guess you never know what you can come across out here. And it's not Jacumba, it's HUH-COOMBA. HUH-COOMBA.
Like a Mexican spelling of the J.
However you say it. Oops. Sidewalk ends, the road begins.
It was done.
We walked so far. Oh.
Ready, we are officially on our way out of HUH-COOMBA, as we learned to pronounce it. We're going to be taking the runway and heading straight out. What a magnificent place. So if you ever come out here via road or airplane, such a fantastic place to visit. There's so much history. This place is rich with all kinds of stories and people. So if you get a chance to come out here, it is 110% worth it. So what an amazing place. We're so appreciative for the people that really shared the story with us. All right, see you later, HUH-COOMBA. Goodbye, border wall. We're on our way out of here.
Hey, do a flyby of the lady.
Oh, yeah. Ah!
Dang, and the cop is still, the patrol officer still watching the fence. It's a van.
We see you.
Where's the no place to go but you? It is an empty Papa Sweet home, don't
Goodbye, HUH-COOMBA. See you later. This place is just rich with culture.
It is. Very nice.
What was your favorite part of the trip, Louis?
The food. It really had to be the food, you know?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that thick cut French toast was freaking amazing. Absolutely fantastic. So
The food was good, the pricing was great. So I mean overall,
Yeah.
great place to visit. Better if you fly in. The airport is meticulous, the runway is perfect.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John and this is Louis, Flying Journalism. We will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode.
California, you have won this heart of mine.
This one song I really hate.
Just a little.
That was story coming here.
I shall breathe my last sigh. Oh, my sunny